last 3 years in human resources recruiting, and I've seen a lot of people who really excel their careers a lot. Tell me, Nikola, you are also in this field of HR, and you also look at it from this perspective of improvement and how people can achieve excellence. Can you talk a little bit about that? Like, what are some of the things that you observed until now? How did you even get into that space? And what are some of the good tips that people could follow?
It's a broad question, so a lot of
I
questions
like
on broad area.
I like broad questions because I know that it gives you more freedom to talk about stuff.
Okay, I can present myself first, so people know from whom they are getting advice. So that's a good starting point, I would say. So yeah, I finished psychology. I have a master's degree in psychology, and I did 3 internships before graduation. So, and I also held some soft skills training for companies and some for student associations. So some were paid, some I volunteered. And that's like a base point. And yeah, after finishing faculty, it was logical to start to work in HR because yeah, I finished psychology. So that's kind of my starting point. Now I've been working in that area for 2.5 years after graduation. And yeah, before graduation, I would say I also worked like for 3 years, but not full time, as I mentioned. So I have like, I would say 3 to 5 years of experience in the area, and also reading and everything. It can be added to 5 or 6 years, because I think I put much more effort in that stuff than average people in the field. So I can talk like expert, I believe. Also, I wrote a book. So where to start? Some people are not really concerned about the job. That's, I think, the first separation, the first classification we need to do. So there are 2 kinds of people. One kind of people is interested to achieve something and to grow their career, and they have urge, they have power, mental, emotional desire to achieve something. And other group of people, they are just happy to get paid, and they are finding their joy in some other activities. So that's like, really rough and broad categorization. So if you are in the second group of people, your goal is to work as less as you can and be paid as much as you can.
Yeah.
There, just do your work, try to make a good LinkedIn page, and I don't know what to say, try to be good with the boss, and live your life. It's also good, it's also fine, like some people will be great artists, or they will be great fathers or great mothers, so they can find their joy and purpose outside of the work. So it's perfectly fine, and that's okay. So yeah, always try to learn something on the side and try to advance a bit, try to track your progress, but don't hustle too hard. That's like advice for them. Advice for other part of our separation, of our categorization, for the first kind of people, is you need to put more mental power into the stuff than other people. That's like my definition. So what makes mental power? There are two main categories that are making mental power. One is time, and second is effort. So if you work 12 hours per day, but you're not putting a lot of effort, you are doing something that's dumb, or you are not working 100%, your output is going to be lower than output of someone who has great knowledge in the area and who is working 6 hours per day, but maximally focused with a certain power, working in certain way. I would like to say like this,
Yeah.
So he will excel over you. So you need to put more mental power than others. So how you are going to do it, it's up to you. It's not necessary maybe to stay 10 hours on the job. Although it's not bad because your boss is going to see it. And I believe this COVID time gave great opportunity to the hustlers, to the people that really want to make more, because you are measured by productivity. You are not measured by sitting in the office, or social relationships are not so important. They are still important. They are always going to be important, but their value decreased a bit, I would say. More emphasis is on the results.
Yeah.
So yeah, you need to give your best, and how you're going to do it, of course, learn, study, find your passion, and make a good balance. But in overall, it's always good advice to work, I would say, like at least 50 hours per week. So usually there is 40 hours, try to work 50 hours per week and try to be productive, not just lying to yourself. Yeah, because a lot of people really in corporations. I've been working as a student in some corporations, and since graduation, not I didn't work in any corporation, but as a student I did. And a lot of people there are really, if you look from outside, they're working hard, they're staying long. But if you ask them what you're doing, they are not doing anything, meaningful or productive. They're doing some stupid tasks, or they're lying to themselves that they're working. They're drinking coffee, smoking outside, for an hour, eating lunch for an hour and a half, reading, scrolling to the internet, and then they stay 10 hours on the job. Great, you stayed, but what you did, nothing. So. Yeah, be objective and try to grasp this idea of mental effort, mental power. So time to effort.
Hey, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see the full version, go to the Uncle Gold Podcast YouTube channel or watch the next clip.